Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I'll be right there, everybody. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Yeah, thank you for the compliment. Psychedelic today. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. Give me darshan of you ecstatic devotees. That's what I need. This will make my day. See those who have real life in this world. Tired of looking at the Walking Dead. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hey, Tuka's here. All right. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaur Bhaktavinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaur Bhaktavinda. Jesus, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh my Lord. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna, Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, oh my Lord. Wow. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Boy, this name is true wealth, man. Boy, when you start to really feel it, man, really taste it. Man, it's taster's choice. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. You know, the whole purpose of preaching is to get people just to associate. You got to, they won't, the ecstasy, they don't relate to, they don't get that. So you got to convince them. You got to show them they got more knowledge from this chanting and intelligence. You know, you got to convince them just to associate with ecstatic devotees. Really, that's really the essence. You know. Prabhupada even said, I wrote these books so you can chant Hare Krishna. He convinced people to be, you know, to come close to Krishna and his books and ultimately his real intimate devotees. That's where it's going. It's all going back to the devotees. Read the status I wrote today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare. Because if you come into this association, you can very easily chant the holy name. You go through the purification, get all this expunging of your record. You know, when I remember I went to jail one day. You know, I was in jail. I was a teenager. I was 12 years old. They took me to jail. Could you believe that? I was in the bathroom and I was selling aspirin as Benzedrine. Some kid said, "Hey, let's do this." You know, I said, "Oh, okay." You know, so I was selling aspirin as these bennies. They call them bennies. And so they took me to jail, you know, and everything. And they said, well, you know, this is a serious thing. You know, you're 12 years old selling aspirins, you know, in school. And I said, but if you do this, you know, and do this penance, we'll expunge your record. Expunge your record. See? So if you do the penance of associating with devotees, you'll expunge your record. Now you feel it coming out of you. See, and then you have a new record. You'll play this record all day, man. You know, every day we'll play this record, chanting in ecstasy. You know, because your record is expunged. You know, from the karmic record. Finished. Hare Krishna, Hare. You live a new life, man. This is a new life, man. Great life. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Oh, you great Vaishnavas. Oh, thank you for your mercies. Thank you for the assembly of Vaishnavas here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. There's no way I cannot go back to Godhead with this strength of this association here with these kinds of stalwart devotees. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, my Lord, Hare Krishna, Hare. How could this be so good? I had no idea. Outside of my imagination. Couldn't imagine how good this is. Unbelievable. Now I see why Lord Caitanya just went around firmly fixed in his preaching the glories of the holy name and tasting it. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. Those beads are getting too heavy for me. My arm's starting to feel pain. It's like, feel like the stick of Nityananda. I'm going to carry the bead, Actually, it's starting to hurt my arm, Put them down, Hare Krishna. The arm feels much better now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Full freedom. No restricted in the hand in the bead bag today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. This is the abode of regulative devotional service, man. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. The Lord's taking it away from me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Knowledge of the Absolute. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7. I like this. Knowledge of the Absolute. You know how important that is? People don't have this knowledge of the Absolute. They don't know what is Absolute. Even the Vaishnavas. You know what? The Vaishnavas don't know what's Absolute because, you got to experience it to know it. You got to taste it. You got to taste the Absolute. Well, you have to be awakened. Otherwise, you don't really know. You can speculate. You got the Bhagavad Gita and say, it's like this and like that, but you don't know personally. Okay? So you need knowledge of the Absolute, and you get that. You have to see it's in the book, but if you speculate on it, and you're like a teacher, and you speculate, you got all you got is a degree on the wall. But you lack the experience of the Absolute, what that is, how it shows up personally. What is your experience of the Absolute? That's absolute knowledge, is the experience of the Absolute, because then you can communicate it to others to the point you can point them in the real direction. Otherwise, you don't know what direction to go. You can point them somewhere. Yeah, the Absolute is like this. And this is the process to attain it. Yeah, because the book is saying it's the map. The book is the map. It's teaching. This is the Absolute. Is you go this way and you will get it. It's like it's like a treasure map, and it's the devotees can read it. If you've attained the Absolute, see, you have absolute knowledge from your experience. Okay? Then you can communicate that to others. You can point them in the right direction where they'll quickly attain the Absolute. Otherwise, you could spend your whole life doing Vaidhi Bhakti principles. That ain't the Absolute experience. Is external worship. The Absolute is the water, is the conch shell. No, when you're experiencing the Absolute truth, your eye sockets are the conch shell, full of water. That is the offering the Lord is looking for, the Absolute offering. See? There's nothing beyond that Absolute offering. That's how the devotees are when they've realized God in this world. He wants you to be able to laugh at his jokes. See, that's knowledge of the absolute. When you can see, look how funny it is. Right? It's right before everybody's face. And they don't have knowledge of the absolute. They don't have the experience of the absolute truth. See? Absolute truth. What is absolute truth? Well, it's absolutely true that Krishna is eternal and that he's God. It's absolutely true. Okay? Yeah, it's absolute truth. Absolute truth is also, oh yeah, Maya comes and goes. She's a temporary manifestation. That's absolutely true. Right? There's no doubt about that for a realized soul. The Vedas declare this boldly. Knowledge, Maya comes and goes, and most people don't have this absolute truth experience. They're not associating with a person that has the experience of the absolute truth and realizes all these things. So you got realize. See, they got real devotion, which is the real eye to see. Nobody sees the absolute truth. Inexperienced person is somebody says, yeah, I represent the absolute truth. I'm Guru Dev. See my dhoti, see my tilak, see my stamp I got from the GBC. See, I represent the absolute truth. Let me point you in another direction. See, that's why it takes longer that way. Because you're beating around the mulberry bush. You're going around the mountain till she comes. See? She comes is devotion. See? That woman, the ultimate of women. The woman who will never cheat you. I'm sorry, she will cheat you of your illusion. She'll cheat you of it, cheat it away, which is good for us. We need such kind of cheating in our lives. Oh, both of them, Krishna and Radha, they're both cheaters. They cheat us out of our happiness in this world, our material happiness, by giving us something better. And they don't wait. See, Narayan Raj and all these gurus are teaching, first you got to get rid of. I mean this playfully. No offense intended. First you got to give up. Give up your happiness in this world. But that's not the way Lord Chaitanya rolls and Radha and Krishna through this incarnation. First he said, no, we'll do it. We'll cheat them. That's our way. We're cheaters, in Vrindavan. We'll cheat them of their material happiness. We'll give them spiritual happiness first. Something better. Replace it. Replacement thing. Not, first you give it all up, anartan and vritti, and first, then before you get any ruchi, first deserve, then desire, then you don't want any desires coming up here that you want it before prematurely. We want you to keep on the regulative path. Regulative path is, is you feel you're not qualified because we gurus teach you're not qualified. You don't deserve it, so don't you dare desire it. Don't you dare consider that it is possible for you in this. Listen to my teaching. Only many lifetimes will one attain prema. Dramatic enactment. No. First, I'm telling you the real qualities of Lord Chaitanya, the real mercy of Lord Chaitanya. If you don't hear it glorified, then you'll hear that other path glory. First you deserve. How do you got to get to it? You got to give up everything first, and then we'll give you a little ruchi, little taste. First you give it up. You gotta you fallen persons. Yeah, and you'll never do it in this life. You'll never be as good as me. I'm so renounced. I'm so austere. See, I have all the qualities that Lord Chaitanya said you can attain them by. And I'm going to preach those qualities instead of the real qualities. See? You get my drift, everybody? You see you've been misdirected. Okay, everybody's preaching according to their realization, but this is my realization, man. You've been preached to wrong. It's like Narayan Raj told me, Gauri Das, your question is wrong. I say, your teaching is wrong. Now you evaluate everybody. Let's evaluate everything according to the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. You're in a court of law. Prabhupada's books are the law books, and Gauri Das is picking up the book, court in session. Here, here. Did Lord Chaitanya give ecstatic love freely 550 years ago because of his merciful incarnation? Yes or no? Narayan Raj devotees, you represent your guru. Now, well, yes, but that was then, but that doesn't happen now because our guru has taught us many lifetimes before we can attain that love of God. And, you got to go through the path of, renunciation and austerities and everything. But wrong! Objection! And the judge says, well, objection. Okay, well, to sustain that objection? What are you going to sustain it by? Well, it says in Caitanya Devotees, it is not by renunciation, it is not by austerity, it is not by sadhana bhakti, it is not by mantra chanting that one attains the bhav and worship of Krishna Vrindavan. It is through the devotees who chant the holy names with great ecstatic devotion that you get that mercy freely, which purifies you and purges you and expunges your record of this material world so that you can chant the holy name in great ecstatic devotion. Judge says, sustained. Narayan Raj was wrong. Gauri had actually the right question. And the right answer, too. Now, you Narayan Raj devotees, you evaluate this. What in the court of this law of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, which is still in force now, because all you have to do is connect with the real followers who worship the Lord in the spontaneous love of God and get their darshan every day, like I do. I come here to get Lalita and River's darshan every day. Right, Amy? We come here, and Adramana, we come here for darshan. We come here to see. Isn't that what they do in India? They go to the temple for darshan of the deities. But this is so much more powerful, than just going to the temple. Narayan Raj devotees say, objection! Your Honor. Gauri says, Your Honor. No. That is, you cannot sustain that objection because Krishna says that darshan of my devotees who are in ecstatic devotion is more powerful. And because seeing my deity at the temple and taking bath in the Ganges and the Yamuna purifies after a long time. But my devotees purify just by being seen, just by seeing their ecstatic devotion, people getting purified. They're seeing what is the absolute truth on the person of that devotee. Judge says, objection sustained. Throw these conclusions coming out of the Narayan Raj group out of the courtroom. See? But Your Honor, we have some other things we have to say. Okay, well, I think you've lost the case, personally. Now, I mean, is this offensive to really think about the situation, to really try to ascertain what is the real path? I mean, why we're here a short time? Why wouldn't it be nice to find out how to get into Vrindavan, get in and stay in this life? Or do you want to beat around the bush and, well, go hard. That's so offensive. You mentioned the name Narayan Maharaj. And you question his teaching. You darn tootin' I question him because our teachings work and his don't. It don't work. There ain't one person. I'll summon them to court. I could call you as a witness that you cannot be a witness. I'll prove that you're not a witness. Any of them, Prem, you come here. You show me that you have ecstatic devotion. You show us in the courtroom. We're the witnesses. We're the jury. You show us. And all you big gurus out there who say wipe those tears and that it's too confidential to share real bhakti symptoms and give people darshan of that, like Lord Caitanya did, you come and prove that you've got the symptoms. Otherwise, you're just tooting your horn that doesn't honk very loud. Okay? But I don't think we can get any. They'll be running away. Somebody, River, you go out and serve them some subpoenas to this court room here. Everybody in whatever city you are, you go look for the Narayan Maharaj group, then give them a subpoena to our court. We want to try this case here of humanity attaining the mercy of the Lord, because we don't have a lot of time now. Especially nowadays, the way things are going. Especially you that's been injected because of your gurus told you it was a great thing to do. You ain't got not that much time. It's already sudden death syndrome. You heard that? You probably haven't heard it. Mainstream news won't tell you. It's sudden death. People just drop dead like that. And, oh, what happened? Oh, did you get? Oh, well, it's unclear why these people just dropping dead. Well, they just been giving out a lot of shots since 2020. Sudden death syndrome, right on the playing field and everything. Sudden death. Why did they die? Oh God, who knows? But thousands sudden they just dropped dead. Heart attacks, big one. And just the death rate is up. Even the undertakers come and say, "My God, our business has increased more than ever in the last 2 years since." Really, I mean, I tell you honestly, but of course you won't hear about it unless you go to the other circles, where they get the real news. So you guys, you've been injected. You ain't definitely got that much time. Yeah. But some people they give you placebos too. So maybe you're the lucky ones who played Russian roulette. Yeah. So get the sudden breath, like Andromeda says. Sudden breath, spontaneous syndrome. Yeah, a lot of that stuff, man. Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. It's all under Krishna's control, the whole thing, But this is the opportunity now to really kind of boldly share these things, man. I don't see any other practical. I mean, why not chant the holy name with great ecstatic love? It's such a high. It's so wonderful to feel close to God. Like His name is Him. He's that's our connection, is that name, and to feel that it gives you everything. It gives you happiness, freedom from fear, anxiety, no anxiety. It's just everything, purification. I mean, these are just the perks, and the main thing is just to be close to the Lord. Is like everything is fulfilled in that. It's like Dhruva. See, Dhruva Maharaj had all these desires for a big kingdom, bigger than his father's, because he wanted to get back, all this material stuff. But still, when he got darshan of the Lord, all that disappeared. And when he realized, man, my fulfillment is just to be with you, to be close to you. Isn't that right? You guys are getting it. Isn't that right, Lilita? Just to be close to the Lord is complete fulfillment. This is what we're running all over the place in this world to get externally. Running here, running to this thing, running to money, running to woman, running to man, running to building big buildings, running here, running there, going here, going there, running around like a dog chasing its tail for this, what we have here, this darshan. This is why people just need to see happy people, truly happy, because they're in the Lord and the Lord is in them. Awakened, not the Lord is in me too, but dormant. See, that's the thing. He's dormant in people. They never think about it. They can't think straight. Oh, he's quite, the Lord is in him. How dare the Lord is in me too. But they can't can't think straight, like deeply, like, well, is he awakened? I didn't know that was that mattered. Yeah, it matters a lot. The Lord wants relationship. You want it too. Once you get it, you'll see. Yeah, every day I want more. I want to be close more. I want to it's like being in Vrindavan. They're all waiting. Gopa Kumar says, "Where's Krishna today?" And they're all looking. He's coming back from the cowherd fields. He's coming in that direction, and the looks go over there, waiting for Krishna. Then he comes, and they all get ecstatic. They're already ecstatic, even waiting, expectations, ecstasy. That's why Lord Chaitanya, the devotee, he says, go tell the devotees that I'm coming, I'm coming to Navadvip. He was important. I'm coming to Navadvip. And they go, so you see, he wanted people to give them news because they get ecstatic just hearing the news. Oh, the Lord is coming. They start dancing, that big kirtan and all of that. They're feeling the grace already. The Lord ain't wait for him to come. He comes inside, internally, like he does, like now for us. Okay? Not waiting for us to die. They told me when I was in ISKCON for 5 years, it was like being in jail too. I tell you, man. Every day they put me working, selling paintings, 12 hours a day in a mall, 7 days a week, make money for them. Yeah. So, yeah, they told me, and I was miserable. And they said, don't, just hang in there, just this one life, and then the pearly gates are going to open and Krishna's going to come to you. I know you're miserable now, and so many else are also, because we're just motivated religionists, temple presidents with a lot of motive. We just want to use you and drain you down. But we'll tell you something different. Isn't that like what they do? And what much difference is that from them, religion, and the world? Religious is full of leaders like that. Just like full of the world is full of. A lot of them are in cahoots. A lot of them go into religion. They go into ISKCON. Why? Because that's what they do. The demons, they like to go in to influential places like politics and the medical and anywhere they can get influence, and religion especially. Religion is the most influential over masses of people. See? That's why Krishna says in the books that they have that they don't understand, abandon all varieties of religion. See, Krishna's right here in his book, but they don't see it, man. Because they can't do it. People can't do it. You need a savior, man. Savior is somebody that's saved. Simple as that. If you're not saved, you can't be a savior. We're making saviors here, making them, cutting them out like cookies. Here's another cookie for you, a cookie for you. Yeah. Yeah, so there's a lot of that going on. But, again, it's absolute truth. It's the Lord's Maya. So you don't, ultimately, like I'm just preaching, come listen over here. You'll overcome all that. We have. Yeah, we're in Vrindavan here. We can prove it every day. Every day. This is the kind of bhav they have in Vrindavan. They're so joyful. You hear, the Lord ain't waiting for us to die and then go there and then you don't get any benefit out there. No, he's saying, I'm going to give you Vrindavan mood, just like I had Vrindavan mood and gave it to my real devotees back then. I'm going to do that again now. And that way people can know what Vrindavan is in this world and get purified to enter into that place. Otherwise, how are you going to go? You don't even know what it is. Or you're just one of those, yes, I'm a Krishna devotee. And then you see devotees like Lalita, oh, I hate you. Well, how are you going to get into Vrindavan? Because they're all like that and more. You know? Yeah. How are you going to get in if you don't like the devotees here? You think, can you see, if people, you come here, you get logical, you'll get a brain, you'll be able to think straight. You'll actually be able to analyze your own situation and think, well, yeah, look at this. These guys are already there, and look at me. 40 years with Acharya Dev, and all I got was the big title. The name. He gave me the name. He said he was Acharya Dev, and I worship the name. See, I worship in name only. See, do you have the ecstasy that you see here? Well, I didn't know that was important because my guru never preached it. See, of course, he can't. He don't have it himself. Do you think Acharya Dev has this ecstasy you see here? Yeah, no, you'll never see it because he doesn't have it. He may do like these Narayana. Whoa, yeah, we have it. We're holding you back, but you'll never see it, and therefore you never get it. Yeah. Why do you think the Lord showed it, demonstrated it? So that people could get it. They need a role model of this worship. Otherwise, there's no role model. You don't see it here. How are you going to when you see it here? You see what it does. It puts you through purification, fast, spontaneous purification. You get, even that you don't have to do hard. You get more purified seeing ecstatic devotees and being in their association than 30, 40 years with Narayana Maharaj and doing all those big sadhanas. I ain't exaggerating, man. You are all proof of it because they don't even have these symptoms here that you see in the devotees here. So Upendra says, actually, my friend Srila, it's all act. No one is a demon. No one is God. All are doing their work in the order of Krishna. Even demons are loved by Krishna too, and even God. So, see, completely inconclusive. Upendra, you are inconclusive. And I'll just prove it. See, this is Mayavadi. You're stuck like so many ISKCON devotees, so many Narayana Maharaj, so many of them. You're stuck in Mayavad. And I'll show you. This is the Lord shows me. He protects me. If you listen here, you'll be protected too. If you don't, well, then you stay as you are. So actually, my friend Srila, it's all, no one is a demon and no one is God, and all are doing their work in the order of Krishna. And no one is a demon, yet he preaches about a demon. So you're going against the actual scriptures. There are demons and there are demigods because Krishna even declared it himself, and you go against his own preaching. That's called Mayavadi. See, that's the oneness. See, it's all one. There's no demons. There's no demigods. It's all one. It's all one. No, sorry. Inconclusive, contaminated preaching. Okay? That's not as it is. See? People need to know their qualities of demigods are qualities of demigods. Demons have certain quality. You need to know that. See, because of the modes, of different modes working for him. If it wasn't important, Lord Krishna wouldn't have taught it. We would not have Bhagavad Gita. We wouldn't be able to discern the difference between a demon and a demigod. See, you're trying to act on a higher platform than you are. That's called sahaja. Sahaja means you're acting, oh yeah, this is my realized platform. It's all speculation. Sahaja. You cannot act on the realized platform without actually being there. And the Lord will show you these things. Okay. The work okay. And all are doing, okay, wait a second here. Yeah, I'll just analyze. This is my understanding. I'll share it. You can do what you want with it. All are loved. All are loved by Krishna too, and that's bullshit. No, if you talk about God as Krishna, he only loves his devotees who love him. Devotees, they don't love. See, it's a relationship. All are loved by Krishna. No, Krishna loves his devotees who are devoted to him, who chant his name with great ecstatic devotion. They show you the love of Krishna. They show you their love for Krishna. They show you Krishna's love for them. No one else. You're not. You're misrepresenting that Krishna. Krishna only acts in relationship to his devotees. That's why he comes. He's different than that aspect that he is. He's the same but different than the aspect of being everywhere and everything. But even then, if you've got the qualities of a demon and all that, you're cut off from that connection. That's why the world is like it is. People are look at what they're doing. The demons are giving troubles to people. They're doing tyranny. They're killing people, and they're lying and cheating and deceiving. These are demons. See? So Krishna has no love for demons. He's indifferent. How do you know? Well, a devotee who actually loves Krishna understands the mind of Krishna. He's indifferent. He has no hatred for demons. He has no love for demons. He loves his devotees. It's a relationship. That's why you need to get purified of all these contaminations like this, inconclusiveness. And you do that just by being here. If you accept the opinion, of course, you might think, well, I don't agree, and go away. Or hold that opinion here, But, this is the Lord Krishna. He comes and he sends his devotees to help purify the consciousness of people so they can come in relationship with him and be loved by him. Just like, you could say, look at it like a devotee. A devotee loves everybody. Well, no, they don't love demons. They're indifferent. They're neutral, but they love Krishna. And they love Krishna's devotees because Krishna is living inside them. Now, of course, they're going to love Krishna's devotees. That's what it's all about. Nityananda's quality. He was the indifferent friend of the fallen. He was indifferent. He just was loving Krishna here, showing the example of loving Krishna, and he was indifferent to people that have the quality because he doesn't love those qualities of. You're just indifferent. It's just, oh yeah, that's Krishna's Maya illusion. It's like the Lord glances, okay, yeah, it's my Maya. But he doesn't hate it. Hatred's not in the heart of a devotee. That's why you got to associate with living devotees here that don't hate anybody. They see the things clearly. They're not blinded by hatred. I hate Trump. I hate Biden. You see what they do in the world? Hatreds. It blinds them. Even the demons know that. Let's get people to hate like we do. We hate we hate good people. We want to destroy them. And the demigods, we hate you, demons. See, so everybody's more or less blind. It's only the devotees whose hearts are cleansed of hatred because of ecstatic worship that you can understand these things. Otherwise, no one understands. Nityananda doesn't love demons. He loves Krishna, and he loves Krishna's devotees. That's how it is. This is a family affair. Right? We're here, here to teach people about what is the family, help them enter into our family. Our family. You can become transformed. You can come, if you're a demon or even a demigod, whatever you are, you can come into this family and be transformed into lovers of Krishna. And Krishna will love you, and you will have this thing. Otherwise, he's indifferent. Because you're identifying with the Maya. That's called mercy. He and his devotees come here preaching. This preaching is mercy. Yeah, you don't have to accept. You could hate me for it. Others, hey, I hate you. I don't like this. Well, hold on to your concepts or not. It's up to you. Even God. So anyway, when we are in the world, we need to understand first things goes in this world and decide whether we play a role of a demon or a human or playmaker like a demigod. This is what I understand. Which you understand, but it's not conclusive. See, you're trying to say I'm a liberated soul like this, that I'm just playing a role and all that. Yeah, you're playing a role. You can't help it, but you're not realized. You're forced to play a role. See, so yeah, the modes force you to play a role. Now there are instances like that a devotee becomes a demon and they retain their understanding. You know that there was this one in the Bhagavatam who was like this. He was a great devotee. He came in a demon body. So, and he had like fierce features and all that stuff. But still, he was a devotee. He acted like a devotee, and he was very powerful like a devotee. Matter of fact, the demigods couldn't conquer him. And Indra was impressed by his preaching. And then there's demons, like in the demon family was Prahlad. He retained his devotional understanding. Okay? So now there's that kind of thing. But there's a lot of demons who are just really demons, because they're just, and they'll go, they can go to a hell. The scriptures say they can go to hell. They very rarely come back out of. It's almost eternal. It feels like, because it's hard to get them out of there. They get so covered over, so demoniac. I mean, look what's coming up here. Can you imagine? Look at these people. They just keep murdering people like nothing, and lying to them, deceiving them, putting a huge burden on the earth. Yeah, your karma can be terrible. Of course, there are reverses, but I wouldn't count on it. Yeah. So anyway, that's how I see it. And you should look at the scriptures and see if the scriptures actually are seeing it like that. So they should hand out coffee mugs when people leave ISKCON. It says 40 years in ISKCON, and all I got was a mug. Yeah, I could say that too, because all I got was a chada from my guru. At the end of the year, he said, "This Gohar, he's made so much money for our society here in ISKCON. I can't even say, because I'm afraid somebody will steal him, because they had the zonal acharya thing. Somebody will come into his zone and steal him to use him for. See, it's all use. He's just a dish rag, man. They can't help it. It's just the world, man. You need to find
you
huh?
No bus ticket when you left.
No bus ticket. No. Oh, just get out of here, man. We don't need you anymore. That's the best lesson I ever had. I'm not bitter about it or angry. It was because my heart felt relieved, and everything worked out from that point on. Somehow or other, I got a van. I don't even remember how I got it. I just got a van, and drove to California, started selling paintings. I actually got back into the business, made a lot of money, traveled around the world. In 6 months, I had enough money to travel around the world. That was my vacation, because I was all burnt out. Yeah, I stopped in Delhi. That was one world trip. But I at that point, I had lost faith in Prabhupada and everything, because I thought, what did I get from this? A mug, a chada, all this work and all I was miserable. And I said, maybe it was just a pipe dream, because when I was instantly attracted to Prabhupada, I was instantly attracted to the name, but they just beat it out of me by their regulative, motivated religion, And so after 5 years, I thought, maybe this is not real, So I stopped in Delhi. I thought, oh, what the heck? I'll go to Vrindavan. I was there once before, but I started on my way to Vrindavan. What happened? I was holding my luggage up, like pocket picker came took my money. I couldn't go to Vrindavan. And then I remember Prabhupada said, you can't just buy a ticket to go to Vrindavan. I was not in the right mood. I was like, I'll just go to Vrindavan. I lost faith in Vrindavan. So Krishna says, oh, well, I'll just pick your pocket and, have a ticket to go. Took my money. So I didn't go to Vrindavan. Anyway, by and by, after some years, it all got straightened out. It's all part of the plan. So now, see, it was good because I needed to get outside, kind of like Krishna was taken out of Mathura, which is the abode of regulative devotional service. He's taken out. And then gradually I started to come back, to Prabhupada's books, and then started to get ecstatic worship again, started to happen again. And then started to it was like going to Vrindavan in the right mood and then cultivating that ecstatic worship. And now back again. See, back to the Vaidis. Just like Krishna did. He came back to the Vaidis in Mathura and emancipated them from the oppression of religion. And that's what we're doing here. We're taking religion away also. We're powered up, man. Got a lot of spiritual power here, obviously. You can see. So the Lord's using us to help his devotees. Prabhupada, that's why I got the order of Prabhupada at a certain point. After worshiping in ecstasy for many years, Krishna came and said, okay, now you go out. Go to the Mathura, the Vaidhi Bhaktas, and preach your bold message now, or my bold message, our bold message. Preach it, show it, demonstrate it, be a rock solid in it. Yeah, let them cry and get angry and jump up and down. They're like Democrats. See, they're the Democrats. You ever see Democrats they cry, they whine and all that. They're all just whiners, We're Democrats, Vaishnava Democrat. We shouldn't show the ecstasy. She's a demon. Yay, They're Democrats. It's like they... In politics, they whine and scream, and they always do the wrong thing. See? It's like Biden, always doing the wrong thing. It's the right thing because Krishna under his direction, but it's not logical, it's not clear, it's stupid. They act in ignorant intelligence. That's why you don't want to be a servant of a demon, because they don't treat you right. Is the war a fake? Well, yes and no. It's a fake in a sense. They're saying, well, this side is the one. See, it's all politics. The war is going on is facilitated by these elites, and beyond that, it's actually God's will. But on one level, you could say the elites are just, they're twisting the message. They're using mainstream media to say that Russia is the culprit, when it's actually in Ukraine is these demons. They're very horrible demons, and all kinds of pedophilia going on in there. There's terrorism and all that stuff. It's like a stronghold for Maya, illusion. And so, and the politicians are corrupt, like the president and all that, but they make him out a hero. That's what they do. That's what they make out heroes out of demons. Trudeau, the mainstream media says Biden, he's so great, he's destroying everything, and he's so great, and people believe it. The masses, the mainstream media are programming us, and so. One great thing about worship of Krishna, you get over the programming. See, you become deconditioned, and you can even see that level. And you can see like David Icke sees, but then you can see more than that, more than he can see, because that comes with the territory. It's not like you try for it. You just by worshiping Krishna intimately, so you see his intimate work going on in this world, and see that, oh, I see, Lord, you want to create a new world order where everybody knows you. I got it. That's Kali, this special Kali Yuga. See, the demons think it's a new world order so that the elites can take over. No, the Lord has other ideas, a better idea for everybody. He wants to give them the immortality they're looking for in the wrong way. I have a huge respect for Maya. Without understanding Maya, no one can understand Krishna. Yeah. Well, that's the hard way. The easier way is you come and you'll get understanding of Krishna, and then you'll understand the Maya spontaneously. It's better. Otherwise, it's very hard to analyze everything without the potency of intimacy with the Lord. Then he just shows you. You'll see the scripture and it'll just light up. Oh, okay, I see. You know, the Lord. It's like you're working together. You ever see people? They have a coach or a consultant. They call it coaching and stuff like this. They end up learning something quicker and better. Well, this is the best coach is the Lord. You get him on your side. That's what I said. That's why I challenge. That's why I'm bold. I challenge even the Acharya Devs and all that, because I have this coach. I want to test the coach. I want to sharpen the pencil. I want to see what he knows. Don't you? Wouldn't you like to see what he knows? This is why I come here every day. I sharpen the pencil and see. Let's see how much he knows. Let's draw it out. Govinda, that's great title. Next book, you got to pick a pocket or note to transcribe. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the truth will set us free, and that's it. You know, there's the tattvas. Tattva means truth. When you find a bona fide guru, the Lord empowers them to preach on all tattvas. See, all truths. The truth will set you free. Yeah, the truth about Krishna's absolute truth, absolute eternal energy, spiritual potency. You learn that tattva. Rasa tattva, you know, tasting the mellows of devotion. Maya tattva, you learn also, you know, all these tattvas. Rasa tattva, Krishna tattva, Gora tattva, you know, Jiva tattva, all these truths you learn here. Nothing is, yeah. You know, everything you need to know. That's why I come here. I come here to learn too. This is like school. It's a great school. I love coming to school. I never could imagine. I hated school in the world because it's motivated. Oh, they were trying to, you know, program us. You know, they got these material dastardly things, you know, diabolical stuff. I hated school. Like, ugh, you know. I quit when I was 15 years old and went to work. It was better. Thank God I didn't have to get programmed, you know. They don't even teach you how to learn anything. They teach you memorize and make you like third-class citizens. Can you imagine? They think school is just to learn how. This is what they teach in ISKCON. The same friggin' thing, man. You go and get a bhakti shot. It's all memorization and all that bullshit, man. They can't discuss deeply because they're superficial still. Yeah. So let's see here. I don't want to stay out too long because the internet is not working. You know what? I'm going to try it. See if it's working now. If not, well, I'll try it in a little bit. Okay, here we go. Where were we? Oh, yeah.
You would read.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're reading. Okay, so I didn't get through knowledge of the absolute. What a long topic, a whole hour on that. So the text, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Now hear, O son of Prita, how by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with my actually, you read the text there, Lolita." She reads it.
Thank you.
She reads it.
Now here. Oh, glories to you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you. Now here. Oh, son of Prita. Arjuna. How? By practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with mind attached to me, you can know me in full, free from doubt.
Yeah. Now, this is, you know how hard it would be to accomplish that on your own? It's kind of like, there's sayings in Jesus, if somebody slaps you, turn the other cheek. You can't do it on your own.
No.
Or you just, it's all these sayings you just can't do. And this is one of them. Read that again. I'll show you.
What? I went to the next one already. Sorry.
I'm a slow learner.
Now hero, son of Prita. Arjuna. How? By practicing yoga in full consciousness of me. With mind.
See, you notice he says here. So that's like, not only do you need to see this, even though you may not have it, even though you may not have this ecstasy, you need to see it. Even though you may not understand what he's talking about, you need to hear it. You need to hear these things. They're highly purifying, gets you to the place of being it, being that, hearing, so that you get purified by hearing and seeing this. That's why you need, everything is leading to meet a guru like this, where you see ecstasy and then you hear this knowledge. See? You hear this knowledge free of doubt from a person that communes with the Lord in yoga. See, yoga means union in full consciousness. You can see that person has that experience of full consciousness of Krishna because they're that into the Lord, so much so that the Lord is into them. Just like, like the girl. In school, they used to say, "Are you into this girl?" "Yeah, is she into you?" Yeah, she's in there. Or no, nah, she's not into me, That's kind of the way God is. You could say, "Are you into Krishna?" Yeah, I'm into Krishna. But is he into you? And it's usually, well, probably not. You see? Though, full conscious of me, you need to hear from a person. You have to hear this verse from an experienced devotee, experiencing this yoga, this union in full consciousness of Krishna, free from doubt, knows the absolute truth. You need to hear it. See, now you're pointed in the right direction. That direction is the mouth. You got to enter the mouth of the devotee. Get swallowed up like a snake swallows up the Maya. See, you got to go into the mouth of the devotee. Here, put those ears like there. See, by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me. Now, Arjuna, hear this. Have you heard it? Out there in Vaidhi land or wherever you are watching this video. Read that again. That's so good.
Now here, O son of Prita, how? By practicing yoga in full consciousness of me.
See, practice. You got to practice this. You got to chant the holy name. It's like, some in our sangha, some of the devotees, they get waylaid by illusion a little bit. Says, I don't need to chant anymore. Oh, really? Well, then you haven't gotten the full result of this chanting, because if you have, you'll want to chant. Haridas didn't stop chanting, did he? He didn't say, well, actually, I've attained the Lord, so now I'm going to stop chanting. No, it was so wonderful. He wanted to chant all the time. If you really got the result deeply, an experience of chanting, you want to practice this union every day, because it's not even like a practice. It's like, hey, man, do you want to breathe every day? Yeah, I like air, man.
Not enough
Yeah, I
desire.
like, huh?
There is not enough desire then if you stop this whole situation. If you say,
Yeah.
I received the mercy, okay, thank you.
No, this is the life. Continue. It's like breathing. You don't stop. Okay, I attained my air today. Now I'm going to stop breathing. No, this is devotional service. I attained life now. See, the life of this communion. I'm in the Lord and He's into me. We're going steady and we're married. Actually, I'd rather go steady. I'd rather have, other affairs out here with other transcendental personalities, Krishna's thinking. This is better than going steady. And you're going steady whether you're in an affair or married. It's man, whatever you float your boat. You want to be married to Krishna, great. You want to be in the gopi type mood, where Krishna, you see him flitting around. He'll show you that he's, he doesn't show those wives often that they think, oh, he's so dedicated, he's so henpecked. But he shows the gopis. He's going. You see, they gives them the realization that, you see, this is what I do. I go from girl to girl. See, he doesn't give that realization to the wives who are married. They think, oh, Krishna's always with me. See, another revelation today. I've never heard this before. It's not in the scriptures, but when you hear it, then you look, you say, well, that's exactly, yeah, it's like that. That's why I come here. I come here for the revs. I like revs, man.
Revelation?
Yeah, revelation, revs. It's called revs. We coined a new term. Yeah, I come here for the revs, man. Yeah. See the gopis, they know his name. The Lord shows them. You see, I'm having affairs, man. I go to this gopi and that gopi, and then it gives them more impetus. They get jealous sometimes, and they get, or whatever it is, but it's all transcendental because it's all about Krishna. Jealousy is great when it's all about Krishna. That's why if you come here and you feel jealous about a devotee, that's great. Good. It's coming out of you, man. It's all because it's all about Krishna. See, it's all about, you're jealous because the devotees get more mercy from Krishna. Good. That means you want that. Look at River now. I don't, she used to tell me, I'm so jealous of this devotee, that devotee, this. I said, yeah, by and by, you'll see. You'll start getting it. You'll be satisfied. The WHO predict that around 2030, the top 3 causes of death will be AIDS, heart disease, and suicide. Yeah, well, all of that stuff is because started from this. It gives you the AIDS. It lowers your immune system. The more shot, they're on their 4th shot in Canada. Can you imagine? 4. Now to get on a plane, you need 4. And they ain't going to stop. It'll be 5. And then each time you do it, your immune system goes down 25 to 30%. So, yeah. 2030 is too long range. It'll happen before that. Anyway, we've got this mission. Hey, man, we just, whether we stay or go, we're free in the Lord, because the Lord is in us. He doesn't leave. You notice? He doesn't leave, does he? He stays with us. Isn't that nice to have a friend like that? Come on, world. Come on, Vites. How would you like to have a friend like that? You feel God's presence. He lives in you and you in him, because you go in his name. How many you Vaidis out there? How many you gurus or their followers where you're in Krishna's name and that name is in you, feeling the result of that, feeling that close to Krishna? You feel he is in you, man. And then you realize everything and so many things. I mean, put a scripture before you, understand it. You understand the essence. You understand the Goswami and anything. If a Quran is in front of me, I'll understand it, because that Lord is living inside me. Awakened now. We have what do you call mellow relations? It makes us very mellow. Transcendental mellow is a great now. You get very relaxed, loose. Easy going. Every breath is a love song for the Lord. Yeah. When are we going to get some of these devotees up here, huh? They're always backstage. Come on, man. Let's see. We want to see.
Yeah.
When are you going to get over here?
Come on, Andromeda.
Amy and Shama Sundari we get often,
Yeah.
Sim, why not? Why doesn't Sim come up?
Oh, Sim, come on, man.
Why don't you come up there? Or anybody? Upendra, what about you? Yeah, I mean, this is a personal thing, and it's dynamic. The more people you get interact, it's attractive, man. It's, sharing. Can we criticize the leaders getting jabbed? You darn tootin', I'm criticizing. I'm not I'm just saying, hey, man, you're here. You're supposed to keep your followers alive. Why are you telling them? Why? See, this is the fear. They're still worshiping in fear. And therefore they believe it's not right for leaders to believe in demons. But they do, because they're not really qualified. You shouldn't, why are you believing in the demons? They're everything is the opposite. They tell you to get jabbed, not for your own good, but for, they consider the good of the world by getting rid of you eventually, or you making more money for big pharma. It's a business. Oh yeah, we'll lower your immune system. You'll be taking our pills. You notice how expensive they get? Those things, unbelievable. One little pill can cost you like $100, $200. Maybe not for you, but in America, it's a big business. Yeah, I mean, you're saying you even questioning that shows you need this association. Absolutely, I can criticize. I'll do it. I don't mind. Criticize, yeah. How about I just point out the truth that you're not really leading people to life. You're leading them to death. You're believing in people who are lying to you. Is that a real guru? I'm here to criticize. I'm here to tell people you're following the wrong persons out there. Do you want Vrindavan? What did you come to Krishna consciousness for? To get Krishna, right? Isn't that the idea? You go to Krishna consciousness to get Krishna? Well, here, you come and get Krishna, but there you're not going to get Krishna, not in this life. You're just going to get externals. And then in the meantime, they're going to get you to do that and put your mask on and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Surely I am coming soon, God. What do you mean soon? See, that's a lot of people.
No.
If you really got it, Andromeda, you're not going to be one of those waiting for God coming soon. I'm not. I got God coming soon. He's got to come now, otherwise I ain't happy. I don't need to wait for the Lord to come. Well, I practice, by chanting the holy name, and then the Lord manifests in the service. That's what we're here to teach. You know, you cannot teach Krishna consciousness without practicing it yourself, even at this level. You got to show the world, oh, by chanting the holy name, this wonderful communion takes place, this protection, this happiness, transcendental happiness. So I decided not reacting anymore for those changes and fears. Oh, let's see, what did you say before that? Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, but not reacting anymore comes from getting the mercy. It's not your decision, on their mind. That's all mind stuff. That's a product of your coming here, that you're able to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
See? Otherwise, you're working on the level of the mind, which gets easily overwhelmed by the mass programming in this world. You get the strength to make those choices. I mean, I couldn't do it on my own. It's because of the mercy of the Lord flows here. Utility price, yeah, and that's just the beginning. Everything they want,
Well,
this is all, this is all consciously and unconsciously being promoted. People have to endeavor to cause these problems like this. Everything was going along the way it was, but people actually had to be inspired and endeavored to destroy. See, this is, you notice Shiva, what is his service? Destroying, right? So Shiva empowers, you notice he has demon followers, right? See? What do? They destroy. But they're servants also. See, they're his servants. There's a lot of angles to look at the work that Shiva does. Because it's a whole subject in itself, because it's amazing, actually. We'll see. Maybe we'll get into it.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so, well, maybe a little bit more. It's hard to give it. Read the little purport there.
So I didn't finish the sentence even.
Oh, yeah, finish the sentence. Okay, finish the sentence.
With the mind attached on me.
Yeah, and see, with the mind attached on me. See, you can't force yourself to be attached. It's like saying, I'm going to force you to love somebody. Attachment comes from love. When you love that name, spontaneously love for that name has arisen in you. See? Now, so anyway, you got to hear from devotees who are attached to the Lord. You got to see their attachment. You see the product of that, how it manifests in their body and their emotions. See, this is how children learn. We're all like children.
You can know me in full. Free from doubt.
Yeah, that's it. Only by communion. See, to those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, Bhagavad Gita 10:10, I give the knowledge and the real understanding. See, always see how it's always related in the same theme running through everything. Simple for the simple, but complicated for the complicated. All right, read the purport a little bit.
In the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the nature of Krishna consciousness is fully described. Krishna is full of all opulences. And how he manifests such opulences is described herein. Also, four kinds of fortunate people who become attached to Krishna, and 4 kinds of unfortunate people who never take to Krishna are described in this chapter.
Yeah, there's a lot to say about this stuff, You know what? I think I'm going to go off because I'm on my. Well, you know what? Let me try this first. Let me try switching it to. If it doesn't work, we'll just go off.
Okay,
I'll go off. But let me try switching it to the home thing and see if it works good enough.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay. All right, so read some of the purport.
okay. So, in the first 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, the living entity has been described as non-material spirit soul, which is capable of elevating himself to self-realization by different types of yogas. At the end of the 6th chapter, it has been clearly stated that the steady concentration of the mind upon Krishna, or in other words, Krishna consciousness, is the
See,
highest form of
this is
all
the
yoga.
sadhana. This is the sadhana thing. You're trying to elevate yourself. You see, you're still identified with the false ego strongly. So the path is given like that, so that, yeah, you elevate yourself, like this. See, the devotees, when you get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya in the disciplic line, that's why I preach the mercy, not this. This is what these gurus are teaching all the way into Narayana Raj. Elevate yourself, or be elevated by a guru who doesn't elevate you. Bottom line is, can you bring the devotee up to ecstatic love? And they didn't do that. See? So therefore they had to depend on the rules. See, elevate yourself. See, they talk Raganuga, but they can't produce Raganuga rasa. They cannot produce the ecstasy of spontaneous devotion because they're not empowered to do it. Yeah. See, so therefore it's like, yeah, you got to do your sadhana and all that stuff. See, here it's called Bhakti Lata Bij. See, the books glorify that. You get the inclination, not the Vaidhi thing. Oh yeah, I want to follow a bunch of rules and everything. No, you get the inclination to worship Krishna for transcendental happiness, the bliss, the ecstasy, which manifests as these symptoms. See, you become attached to the spiritual body. Your own spiritual body is awakened through and this attachment to Krishna's transcendental form is awakened. See, this is the way now. This is what we're preaching. This is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Look how many people are getting this mercy. See, getting this attachment. See, then now, how are you elevated? Well, it's by Krishna. See, you're getting the qualification to meet with Krishna now, and your relationship is growing, intensifying to the point of tears and ecstasy and these amazing symptoms that the Lord and his devotees have. See, that you're showing you're qualified to enter the kingdom. What is this? They're not showing they're qualified to enter the kingdom. The gurus aren't showing they're qualified, and the followers don't show they're qualified by showing the symptoms, manifesting the symptoms. If not for others, themselves, they can't even do. See, without these symptoms, see, this is confirmed by Lord Brahma. If one evinces the symptoms of ecstasy, tears in the eyes, hair standing on end, etc., that you see here, these kind of symptoms, you are promoted to the kingdom of God. You don't take another birth here. In the world is a medicine. Even if you're not interested in austerities. See, because it's austere for you to worship Krishna. It's for what is austere for people to chant and to do these devotional practices, renunciating the world and all that, is not so hard for you because Krishna helps you because of your attachment to him. The dealings are more rich, see, more pure, more purifying, more happiness producing, more it produces an eagerness to meet with the Lord. Therefore, the Lord also has eagerness to meet with you. It's like you're running towards each other very fast. See? Otherwise, people are going towards Krishna very slow, like a turtle. They're going slow like this. See? Where's the eagerness? See, you need to see, well, that's what you get here, this kind of worship. What to do if our guru fell down?
Come here.
What do you? Who? First of all, who is this Tirtamir? Tio.
The first time I see him. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama.
If your guru. Okay, here I'm going to switch here.
Jan, you need to click up the link. Guru Maharaj cannot invite you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're saying about your guru fell down over there, well, come here. That's your great blessing for you. If you can understand what we're doing here, just come here. You don't need any official guru here. Your guru is in your heart, man. I mean, if you what do you do? Hey, that is a great blessing if he's out of the picture. If you have the sufficient intelligence, of course. It's just like, Narada Muni's mother died. He didn't think, oh, my mother died. He says, oh, this was a great boon for me. Now I can, because he heard from the sages, he was very attracted, but his mother was holding him back. He thought, oh, how wonderful. Now I can worship Krishna. See, people can't understand the mind. They're sentimental. They think, oh, my guru fell down. Oh, what am I going to do now? Well, hey, man, hallelujah. You can come here without that obstacle of that attachment of that guru, because he feels he's going to lose a asset. It's what we are, to these gurus often. I mean, I was an asset to my guru in ISKCON. I was an asset. And once the asset was not worthwhile anymore, couldn't get any work out of him, get rid of the asset. Who needs them? It's all they're in for. I don't have any faith in that. So it's great Krishna helped you. There's a story in Vrindavan, actually, of a saint. And he had a brother, and his brother would come and visit him and regularly, And so the wife of the brother died suddenly, Maybe she got the injection back then or something. Who knows? Anyway, she died suddenly, and he comes back to his brother, who is a saint, right? He's Krishna conscious, he's God conscious. He says, oh my God, my wife died. Oh, my wife died and everything. And the guru was in ecstasy. He just, oh, this is great. This is really great. Now you can come to Vrindavan and do bhajan. You have no restriction now. And so anyway, his brother went away, and he started to feel bad. He didn't know why. The saint started to feel bad. Matter of fact, his ecstasy diminished a little bit, and he was wondering why he feel bad. But anyway, a devotee came up and said, "Well, your brother's feeling really bad because you said hallelujah, your wife, his wife died. He was feeling like really bad about that." And so anyway, he went and apologized. Oh, well, I just was feeling that you can come and do your bhajan, which is true. Yeah, it's a good point, man. You're free. Hey, hallelujah, man.
Come here, man. come here.
Now, and
Here is the real guru.
if Krishna gives you intelligence, you'll see there's nothing like this on the planet. There's no better friends you can get, no better knowledge, and no better ecstasy. If anybody, as I said, I'm open to change of mind. Prove me wrong, but nobody ever does. They must be hearing these things, hearing the challenges. They must be them. Some disciples must be going to the guru saying, "Hey, he's challenging you," but they don't come. Even Janardhan's guru is not coming. He went and invited him, but he's not. No, I don't need to come.
No.
I think Janardhan's guru is afraid of me. I remember because I went on one he appeared on one of these groups, and I said, "Hey, there you are," like that, and all of a sudden he just disappeared. No more.
Zip.
Yeah, what is a fall down? What falls down? A real devotee, whether is a fall down, what, participating in the material world, having sex with a woman, stuff, whatever that is, fall down. That doesn't really affect. If if you're a guru in the Vaidhi Bhakti thing, that's it. But if you're a real guru, you've attained ecstatic devotion. Sin won't take birth in you, even if you acted by your body in some way. You ate this or did this, or it could be in the mode of ignorance. Still, because you chant an ecstatic love, that is purified, and usually a real. I'm just saying, if that did happen. The rectification is chanting, and then I made a mistake. I made mistakes in being here in this sangha, mistakes with disciples and stuff that you would say mistakes, but I'm still here, and I rectify it. I don't go and I do continue on with the same behavior. A lot of these gurus, they continue on with the same behaviors when they make a mistake that might not be the right thing to do. Really. What happens is they can't help themselves. They repeat it because they don't get purified by their chanting. This is a fine point. This is what Lord Chaitanya taught the Brahmin, because Nityananda was doing a lot of things that would seem in the mode of ignorance. He would eat anything. Anything that anybody offered, he'd eat it. Didn't matter what it was. He would do irreligious things. Sometimes he'd go, but not really. They're all just part of the play, but it would appear. And so Lord Chaitanya said, sin does not take birth in Nityananda because he's a spontaneous, ecstatic personality.
Everything is hidden. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same thing for anybody. Now, who has ever taught this? Nobody. Nobody's ever. Well, the Lord taught it.
Got to believe in the mercy.
There have been many examples of it, but see, it's just like Jesus. He went and ate with who was it? With the tax collector, Matthew.
Matthew.
Had orgies going on there. In the movie, at least, they said orgies. They were drinking wine and all that stuff. And he went and he drank the wine. He ate whatever food was there. And he said, yeah, I'll go wherever I'm invited. So sin doesn't take birth in a Jesus. Why? Because it's intimate, ecstatic worship. But a Brahmin, who's just a Brahmin, they got to be careful because they go and they associate with anybody and everyone. They'll have an Ajamil experience. They might get contaminated, and maybe repeat the behavior more and more instead of getting purified of it. So anyway, these are the fine points and why we need to come to the stage of ecstatic devotion to get this special protection. We need it. And devotees, once you get this special protection, you don't really abuse it. yeah, you may need to live out things that may be in the mode of ignorance or passion or even goodness, but it's just you're just living it out, and diminishing your old attractions and stuff like that. That's all. But you're in a safe place now because Krishna helps. You have this intimacy now. It's transcendental, and that's why this is the place to be. I haven't seen any place that promoting this way of worship. Where is here? This sangha. Where is here? Yeah, this sangha. Yeah. Okay, so I think I'll stop here. Save the interview.
Thank
All
you
right.
so
Well,
much.
thank you. Okay. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna.
I'll
Bye
be
bye.
back
Bye
early.
bye.